EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the home of the players, TPC Sawgrass, live third-round coverage of the Sawgrass Invitational. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Novelo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a commanding 5-shot lead here as he has been spectacular thus far. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
118 left to the hole, ball sitting in the left rough, but has a nice angle to the hole cut on the right side of the green.
Just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par. That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, it's a bogey here at the first. And fortunately, the lead's still a comfortable one at a full 4 shots. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
Yeah, that's in the fairway, so maybe a chance for a bounce back after that opening bogey. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5.
Good second shot. That last bounce, a little unlucky, but still that third shot sits up rather nicely into this par 5.
A chance now to get back to even here at 2. It's for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And he moves to 15 under. Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
The big ridge in the middle of this green, really have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par 3.
And that misses the green left, but he should still be able to have a go at this with the wedge. Now, from below the green, a second up to this par 3.
And just when I thought the momentum was going in the right direction, after that birdie, please don't give it back straight away.
Oh boy, just about flew that one in the hole. Luckily got it to stop. Not a bad shot. Good stuff. Well, it is for a bogey 4. And he's going to drop back to 14 under par. This is really a fun hole here at TPC Sawgrass. A lot of excitement, a lot of action. A short par 4. The fourth is only 384 yards. The trouble here on that second shot, you can see the water in front. If you're not accurate, you misjudge the distance, you can pay a stiff price. So tempting to go for it right, but that's a very smart layup. Going to leave a simple little wedge shot into this fourth green. Just under 80 yards to go now as he'll decide how to flight his second. Oh, that is how you get to be world number one. A beautiful shot there to get it in tight. Not much to that. It is a birdie here at 4. Will certainly help the cause. Now to the 5th. This long par 4 thought to be one of the most difficult holes on the front side here at the TPC Sawgrass.
If you've got plenty of length in the bag, you can almost take it directly over the bunker on the right. But if you're not as long, you have to air down that left side.
This may be a touch right.
Another great tee shot. That stayed in the air a long time. Just a short wedge left. That's sort of in between yardage. That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie to 16 under par. Hole number 6, 393-yard, par 4. What's in store for us here, Frank?
Another one, really, where you're just trying to poke it down there. When you stand on that back tee, there's an overhanging limb that you just get an eye of. So if you try and hit that ball a little too low, that's going to encourage a miss hit.
All right, in the fairway. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
In golf, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. 7th hole here at Sawgrass, Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole. But that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions. Another good tee shot, just down the right side. And have a look up ahead. That flag is also on the right. So ideally you might want to go a little left of it, but it's going to still take a very good second shot. Well, that's a decent sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
He has a 12-footer here. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
that's going to be a challenge from there. It's into one of the 7 pot bunkers that circle this 8th green. Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe like to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he's going to maintain that substantial lead.
Frank, now at the 9th, this really is one of my favorite par 5s in the entire sport.
And I certainly enjoy watching people play it today, Rich. It used to be unreachable, but the longer hitters now, we're starting to see them go for this par 5 regularly in 2. And the reason why they start to hit the drive more down the right now than what they used to. People used to try and go down the left side. The right side, it hugs the water, but you get a better view of the second shot.
Okay, I'll be pretty happy with that one on the green in 2, but a long ways. Frank, he'll need to refocus immediately because that's not a guarantee. 2 putts from that distance.
Exactly, Rich. No time to celebrate right now. Grind on that first putt. Get it inside that magic circle. At least try and guarantee a birdie.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And he'll go out in 34, 2 under par for this front side. Similar to the first hole, the 10th is a relatively short par 4, 424 yards, but it requires accuracy and some strategy. You have to put your ball in the right place. A dog leg left, you have trees on the right, and don't forget about that big bunker on the left-hand side. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. From the fairway, Noda, this is second.
He's got 141 to the hole. Player has to contend with this left to right breeze.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
This is in the 30-foot range here. It's for birdie. Good job of deading it right by the hole, but he could not get it to go in. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll hold tight at 17 under par.
Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for 2 that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
And that one too close to the edge, and it's going to wind up falling into the bunker. Getting out more important than distance here as he readies his second. Excellent second shot here at the par 5. Frank, certainly a birdie is well within range.
Well, from that distance, that second shot, that's inside the PGA Tour standard, really. 2 super shots, and you're right. Outside chance for 3.
Oh, very nearly an eagle. It was judged beautifully. The speed was perfect. It just didn't go down. You bet. A birdie here at the 11th. He's got it to minus 18. Up now, hole number 12. It's a short one, 358-yard, par 4.
This can catch you off guard. If you just try and hit the ball on the fairway, if you're on the middle of the fairway or the left side, you will have a blind second shot. So ideally, hit it down that right side of the fairway if you want to see the flag.
Well, that's on a pretty good line so far. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Nope. A straightforward look here for birdie. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he moves to 19 under for the tournament. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
Okay, that one's dancing. A birdie opportunity here at 13.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he's going to stay at 19 under par. (14) 481 yards is a stout hole. This one absolutely requires every ounce of your attention if you're going to get out of here with a 4. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot.
Frank, halfway home on maybe the toughest par 4 in the golf course.
Yeah, for some reason, for such a big green, it's always hard to get that second shot close. Imagine a miss club because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
Well, this one is looking good. Could it be? I tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is.
Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really 2 good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
Well, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Oh, wow, just a hair off target. And those are the ones that will drive you crazy. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, fans watching, they love excitement in the game.
16's an exciting hole, isn't it?
Well, that's where you get it, because you hear the roars. You start to see the big crowds that go all the way around 16, 17 and 18T. You feel where you are in the tournament too. A movement that starts at 16 can be carried all the way to the clubhouse. I guess it got the 90% air bit. That ball actually went through that tree.
In the fairway, shouldn't be more than 200 yards to the flagstick. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Seven feet now for birdie. Oh, right by the hole. The longer putts, you don't mind as much. The short ones, they tend to sting. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, as a fan, it's so exciting because it's just so simple as well. Ball's in the air. You're wondering, where is it? Wet, dry, short, long, winner or loser?
And it's no surprise that this hole was an accident. This one was designed by not Pete Dye, but his wife Alice Dye. But we have seen so many accidents right here.
Well, I mean, there's nothing like this shot at 17 here. The island green, that ball's in the air. Two ways it can go, wet or dry. If you're dry, and you're pretty happy. Yeah, had to be careful with that one. Couldn't be too frisky, and that's not too bad. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain right where he is. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. But if that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for his par here at 18. And that will be a third straight round in the 60s. So what a tournament it has been to this point for our featured golfer. They've opened up a commanding lead here after 54 holes.
Just a good fit for the golf course, Rich. Long enough, straight enough.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida and TPC Sawgrass, live final round coverage of the Sawgrass Invitational. What a week and weekend this has been so far. Everything you want in a golf tournament. By nightfall, we will have our winner. As you take a look at the current leaderboard on this Sunday afternoon, our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. This up the right side off the tee. Oh, that needed a kick, but that will end up in the short grass here to start things out. A good break got him here, now his second to the par 4.
An awkward little bunker shot, just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. Safely in. It's a par here at the first. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, what do you make of the par 5 second?
Doglegs to the left, so there's a decision to be made here all the time, but a good hooking tee shot. That takes the trees on the left out of play and even the rough on the right. Good tee shot here. I've seen people get home with as little as a 5-iron.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there, and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Yes, a great putt there. It's an eagle here at the second to move him to 2 under par. Setting up for the third hole here at TPC Sawgrass, relatively short par 3 at 177 yards.
But you've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm.
And that one going to wind up smack dab in the middle of the green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, and it's a makeable one. There's not a great deal of break, not a great deal of slope either. He's got a good run at it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he's going to remain at minus 21. Frank, how important is positioning off the tee here?
Well, we saw a positional tee shot at 1 and 2. This is another one here at 4.
Frank, how difficult is it to access the hole location if you miss the fairway here at 4?
Well, if you miss it left, I've got to say the lesser of 2 evils is to be in the bunker on the right.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. 70 yards, all that's left here for his second. Okay, that's acceptable there.
pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and that just skips a foot or so by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, all the pros will tell you the 5th here at TPC Sawgrass is all you want. Challenging at 471 yards. It's the longest par 4 on the golf course. We've already seen some narrow landing areas on these first few holes. Number 5, no different, and that is really a good tee shot there. This one has a chance to be close.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
This, only about 5 feet for birdie. He'll say he should have made that. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll stay right where he is. Another shortish par 4, the 393-yard par 4 6th. Frank, what's the challenge here?
Well, there's 2 bunkers down the left, but that's not really the problem. If you hug that left side, there's palm trees that come into play on that second shot.
That is made to measure right there, right in the center of the fairway. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Well, that's a little suspect. It never really went as fast as I thought it would.
This from 7 feet. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th. And he'll remain right where he is. We now arrive at the 451-yard par 4 7th. Slight dogleg right with a seemingly endless fairway bunker and lateral water hazard running almost the entire length of the left side of the hole. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
Looking great here at 111 left to the hole. Pin just on the front edge.
Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par. But all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
So that's in for his par, and it'll keep him at 2 under for his round. Well, this par 3 will get your attention, no question about it. 237 yards. It's the longest par 3 here at TPC Sawgrass. And very simply, it requires a solid strike with a middle to long iron, maybe even a fairway wood. This is a hard hole. All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll stay right where he is. Closing out the front side with the par 5, 583-yard 9th. Don't say this too often in this, the era of the long bomber, but this for most is actually a 3-shot par 5. You can get there in 2, but it requires accuracy and 2 enormous shots. That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, when you think layup shot on a par 5, you think it's easy. This isn't necessarily that simple, is it?
No, you've got to keep the ball to the right. Otherwise, those overhanging limbs on those trees on the left, they become havoc.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. This is an 11-foot putt. That's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that's going to make this a 2 under 34 for the front side. We start the inward 9 with a 424-yard par 4 dogleg left with trees on the right and a large bunker down the left. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Now note his second from the fairway.
152 to the hole, pin sitting back right.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And pars to the clubhouse will do nicely as this remains a giant 8-stroke cushion. Let's go to the 11th now. It's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back 9, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach. That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
Oh, how about that for a blast out of the bunker? Nearly hold it for eagle. No problems there. That one in for a birdie. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. Now to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par fours. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance.
Trying to gather some momentum after the birdie, but that won't help. It's into the bunker off the tee. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. And after missing the cut in last week's event, what a turnaround as he tries to finish off a victory here. Frank, so much focus on the back nine here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know. This is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of the screen that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it, because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years.
Well, you can't do much better than that. That could run forever if you don't get the right speed. That's a nice job. That one finished off. It's in for par. And that lead already insurmountable. Going to stay at 9 shots. Now one of the most demanding holes on this golf course, the 14th, 481-yard par 4.
If you want a litmus test at TPC Sawgrass on who's playing well, check the tee shots on 14. If you stripe it down here, you know you're driving the ball well. Too often we see people messing with the mounds on the right.
That one up the right side.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Not a big issue, though it is in the rough. Should have a go at this one. Second shot now, 14th hole.
A little long, as we can see, and a little to the right, but still makeable if you hit a good one.
This for birdie now at 14.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And the lead is now into double digits. It's an insurmountable 10-shot advantage. Back to the TPC Sawgrass, the 15th hole. It's a par 4 as we make our way to this finishing stretch. And Frank, what's in store for the players here?
Another one of those par 4s around 450 yards. Ideally hit it tee shot down the right side, keeping away from that bunker, but that's a flat bunker down the right with no lip, so it's still not too bad. Biggest problem here is that green. So many undulations on this green.
Second shot now, and has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub. Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings.
Well, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. It was a really nice shot.
This is a fun hole, starting this closing stretch. They call it the gauntlet here at TPC Sawgrass. Par 5 at 523 yards. You think back some of the great moments. Freddie Couples making eagle here. Davis Love through the trees in the rain suit on his way to victory. And then Craig Perks in one of the all-time upsets, chipping in here at the par 5. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. That is started right, and that is trouble. Oh, and let's hope that's not a precursor of things to come. It is into the lake here at 16. So with a penalty stroke added in, now lying 3, readying for shot number 4. Oh, that's trouble. Oh, and you saw that splash there. That is into the hazard. So now following the drop, this will become the 6th shot coming up. About 17 feet on this putt. Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on. And we are finally here at the famed island hole at TPC Sawgrass. 137 yards, par 3, the 17th hole. Club selection critical, and nerves of steel are required. Oh, that didn't clear the water by much. Hard to come up short with that hole location, but that is safely aboard. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And the lead will remain 6 here in the late going. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. From the fairway, Noda, this his second.
105 yards to the front, 111 to the hole. Wind is helping from behind, so you can take a little less club. Sandwich takes flight. It's coming in just a bit right. Pretty average.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. And that'll be a final round score of 70. Whew, Frank, they were a freight train out here this week, running away with the title. That wasn't even a contest.
No, really, they're all playing for second, and we could see why, too. They just wouldn't put a foot wrong. It was a great performance.